Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Lone Wolf, the gamebook adventure written by Joe Dever. Here we are in book number 4, having just completed the Caverns of Kalti. And with me is Karzie.
What's up?
As normal. How you doing, Karzie?
I'm doing alright. A little sleepy, but I just ate some ice cream and it was good ice cream, so I'm content.
I've never had ice cream for like a month now. Really missing it.
Yeah,
But it's really cold. Fucking freezing over here.
Been a long time.
So,
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's snowing outside, but I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna offer me ice cream, I'm gonna say yes.
And speaking of snow, it was also snowing in the last book where we had to go and capture Vonatar the Traitor, which we managed to do. And now we're going to begin book number 4. You know what? I'll give the honors to you, Karzie. You can read the story so far.
Okay. Ruanon is a remote mining province to the south of your homeland, Sommerlund, nestling between the sullen peaks of Derncrag and Macken Mountains. Macken. I like Macken better. The people of this province have long prospered from their toil in oil-rich mines, living and enjoying their wealth under the protection of their lord, Baron Vanalund. The gold and gems that are mined at Ruanon yield an important source of revenue.
I think it's supposed to be Ruanon, like that.
Ruanon?
Yeah.
Okay. Ruanon yield an important source of revenue to your homeland. The heavily guarded convoy of wagons that leave the province and journey to the capital had become a regular monthly routine. A routine that has never been broken until 1 month ago, when, suddenly, all contact with Ruanon ceased. Did I say it right? Ruanon?
Yeah,
I already
Ruanon,
forgot.
something like that.
Ruanon. all these names are very, very adventurous. You know what I mean? Okay. A troop of 100 cavalry from the King's Guard were immediately dispatched to investigate the whereabouts of the missing convoy. Their commanding officer, Captain Duval, was ordered to report back to the king as soon as contact was made, but he and his men have not returned. They too have disappeared without a trace. The king has summoned you, Lone Wolf, last of the Kai Lords, to his citadel at Homeguard. Your quest is to find Captain Duval and his men, discover what has happened to the missing convoy, and to uncover the veil of mystery that now hangs over Ruanon. The king has gathered a company of border rangers, a unit of elite scouts, all of whom are skilled in horsemanship and outdoor survival. He has ordered 50 men to accompany you.
Wow.
In hopes that with your leadership, they may succeed where a larger and more visible force failed. Wow. 50 people under our command now. We're not so lone wolf anymore. As you and your men enter the royal armory and equip yourselves for the long ride ahead, you glimpse a black crow perched on a window ledge high above. It flies away, but not after a shiver has run down your spine. In Homeguard, the crow is a bird of ill omen. Always be hating on crows. Crows ain't done shit. It's just like black cats. They ain't done shit.
Alright, so, because we completed the previous Lone Wolf books, we're now at the rank of Warman. Oh, shit!
Walmart?
Oh, shit. Okay, if I press this button, remember there was 2 ranks, Warman and Journeyman. They're both exactly the same, but which one would you prefer to be called?
Warman.
Warman it is. Yeah, I wanted to as well. I didn't realize there was a button here. I pressed it, and then it went to Journeyman. I was like, oh shit, I fucked up our rank.
Yeah, I thought you did too, to be honest. I was like, wait a minute, we deranked to Journeyman?
Alright, so, Kai disciplines. Ones we've yet to add: camouflage, animal kinship, and mind over matter. Which one do you reckon?
Usually I'm the one to pick, and I kind of want to see what do you think? I mean, keep in mind we're an assassin, we're a hunter, we can track people down, we have low health, high attack. So we are glass cannons. So we need something that will complement that.
We make it sound like that. Either a camouflage or animal kinship. But it also allows you to guess the intentions of others. Which is more like Sixth Sense than anything else.
Yeah, Sixth Sense kind of takes care of all that, don't they?
I wanna hear what the animals have to say. We're gonna be Dr. Dolittle this episode.
If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals, grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals.
Good Lord, Dr. Dolittle is Chief Wiggum.
This bird's gonna fly.
Okay.
If I could talk with the animals, walk with the animals, run and squeak and squawk with the animals. I insert that clip from The Simpsons. That's Chief Wiggum.
I wonder what Spider Pig would say.
Or Spider Ham. From
Is
Spider-Verse.
that his name, Spider Ham?
In Into the Spider-Verse, yeah. And Spider Pig is in The Simpsons. Alright, so
I must have been one of the few people that didn't like that movie.
You didn't like Spider-Verse?
No, I didn't. It was alright, but I
loved it.
It just seemed...
Oh, whatever floats your boat.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
So, back to the story. Before leaving Holmgard on your ride south, you're given a map of the Southlands, a badge of rank that you wear upon the sleeve of your tunic, and a pouch of gold. To find out how much gold is in the pouch, pick a number from the random number table. And add 10. So we got 15 as deposit sum. Let's get rid of about let's get rid of 10 of them.
Question: are there shops in this?
We've been so unlucky to not come across any shops in our playthroughs.
Not a single shop.
We actually did come across one weapons shop, but we never bought anything from it. I remember, yeah. But yeah, it's really weird. We haven't been spending anything. But that means that for future books, we can go on a spending spree if we get the chance.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we could buy a really cool dagger.
Yeah, sure. With loads of jewels. And speaking of which, we still got our daggers, right? We've got the Summer Sword, and we got all of our equipped armor. Oh, yeah. Oh, that silver helmet. That was a really good find. That was really important to get last episode as well, by the way. So, you may take your pick of the following items, in addition to those you already possess, but remember you can only carry 2 weapons. So, obviously, we've got all our weapons. We don't need that. There are 2 potions of Lamspur, so that gives us 4 endurance points. Sword Spear, 5 special rations. Each of these special rations counts as 1 meal, so we could take all 5 of those meals. Mace, chainmail waistcoat. We've only got a padded leather waistcoat right now, so I think the chainmail one we'll take again. This time we shouldn't drown.
Yeah.
Make sure not to drown. So we got a padded leather waistcoat and a chainmail waistcoat. We've got to be weighing a ton of bricks. And
yeah, that'd be great.
Another
We'll be a knight.
I'm just going to save for a moment, because if I take this other shield, will it be useless? Will it not let me take it? Ah, okay, yeah, there you go. You can't have 2 shields.
It tells us.
Yeah. We're not going to be like Captain America and start dashing that shield all over the place.
I'm imagining, 2 daggers, these tiny little daggers, but each arm has like a big ass shield covering you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to deposit the rope in storage. We've also got the Vial of Distilled Alether, which gives us an extra combat skill, so I want to keep hold of that. Red Lamspur, big healing. Potion of Lamspur, same thing. And a meal of Lamspur. I'm going to deposit 1 meal, because the meal of Lamspur is doubling as health restoration and a meal at the same time. So that takes care of 2 things.
And we're going into what sounds like foresty area, so we're gonna be able to use our hunting.
Yeah, the forest, we'll be able to do it, but the chasm, because we're going to a mining place, so when we're inside the mine, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to eat there, but we'll grab meals along the way for sure. So
we'll eat like rats and stuff.
Yeah. So our other item to grab, is either the potion or a meal, because all the other stuff are weapons. So I'm guessing the potion is the best choice.
There's nothing past that shield?
Nope.
Okay. Then yeah, potion.
I'm pretty sure if I try to click the other one, it won't let me.
You know what?
Oh shit! Actually, let me take both of them.
I hate to say it, but there's something nagging in the back of my head that's saying take the rope. What do you feel like? Do you feel like we should?
The
totally
rope was
leave
something
it?
meant for the last book.
Oh,
If we hold
okay,
on to
then
it
never
now,
mind.
it's just going to take up 2 spaces in our backpack that we don't need. Oh shit!
Okay.
It says here we can take up to 6 of the following. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. We'll take the special rations to finish off. So 2 potions, 2 special rations. That'll do it. We're all decked out.
We get one more item.
But we can't carry any more. Unless you want to put
Well,
a weapon in storage. We'll dash your dagger in storage.
No, just put the meals in storage. And just grab another meal.
I don't know if I'll let us do that.
Let's see.
Oh my god, it actually did.
Yeah.
It actually fucking did. Okay, it stopped us from taking any more though.
Yeah,
that was
maybe
smart.
you should probably deposit all the rations though, except for the meal lamp spur.
Okay.
Or take 2 if you want. I mean, it's your call.
Well, we're not wanting for... Because we got a bunch of meals already in storage, so if we ever need to grab some more from a later book, we'll be fine.
I'm just worried because we only have 1 spot in our backpack.
That's fine, we can always eat or deposit this extra ration. It's not like we're going to miss it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We could just... You know what? I want a snack.
Alright, so... Now that we've got all our extra items, and thanks to Karzie's quick thinking, we got ourselves an extra one in storage. We shall skip through this combat section. We know how to do that. Levels of progression, we're either Warmon or Journeyman. We've chosen to be a Warmon.
We get to be a savant next. That's cool.
And I'm going to read out this last bit. Actually, no, you read out this last bit, this last paragraph.
There are several routes to Ruanon, but only one will enable you to reach the mining town and find Captain Duvall with minimum of danger. A wise choice of Kai disciples and a great deal of courage should enable any player to complete the mission, no matter how weak his initial combat skill and endurance points score. Successful completion of the previous Lone Wolf adventures is not essential for the success of the quest. Good luck!
Right, let's do this. I'm going to save. For 3 days, you lead your brave company of rangers across the lush plains of southern Sommerlund on your first stage of your urgent mission. The flat, treeless fields surround you with a seemingly endless expanse of wheat, so high that even though you're in the saddle, it reaches well above your knees. Your horses seem to be swimming through a vast yellow sea of corn that is only interrupted by an occasional track or group of isolated farmhouses. The southerners welcome your sudden appearance, but you only make for the briefest of stops for food and rest, neither wishing to risk becoming a burden nor alarm these good people with your mission. By noon on the 4th day, you reach the pass of Moitura. Here, the plains give way to the broken foothills of the Derncrag Mountains. You soon reach the highway, the surface cracked and full of potholes, heading off towards the south. This is the notorious Ruanon Pike. South of the pass, the Ruanon Pike crosses 100 miles of open territory known as Raiders Road. Bandit tribes from the wildlands and Giak warbands from the mountains of the west frequently ambush those who travel along the pike, and the regular shipment of gold and gems from the mines at Ruanon has sometimes yielded rich pickings to these merciless robbers. "Points and flankers!" you shout. Oh, we spoke again. And immediately, 3 groups of rangers peel away from the column and spur their horses into a gallop. You watch with pride as the expert horsemen take up their scouting positions to the front and side of the company. It is late afternoon when a ranger scout approaches the company from the west. He points towards a craggy outcrop where a thin spiral of wood smoke betrays a hut hidden beneath the overhanging rock. Got a nice little picture there of the hut.
Nice little icon.
So, if you wish to investigate, 160. If you wish to ignore the hut and continue along the Ruanon Pike, 273. I think we want to investigate the hut.
You want to?
Yeah. I want to go Pizza Hut.
Why not? Oh yeah! Yeah, let's go to Pizza Hut! An escort of 5 rangers accompanies you along the twisting narrow track that leads to the hut. The rough stone walls are covered with a damp moss into which is set a curious oval door. There are no windows. You have dismounted and are approaching the door when suddenly a man's voice calls from inside the hut. Come in, Lone Wolf. I've been expecting you. If you wish to open the door and enter, go there. If you wish to draw your weapon and kick open the door, go there. If you wish to send your rangers into the hut, go there. Let's go in ourselves. We don't need to send our boys in yet.
Okay. In the dim light of the interior, you see an old man seated at a table. The flicker of a log fire is all that illuminates this foul-smelling hovel, yet it sheds enough light for you to see the clutter of charts and strange instruments that crowd the hut. The man slowly raises his gaze from a large crystal sphere and bids you sit opposite him. You know my name? How? You ask warily. The stars foretold our meeting long ago, Lone Wolf, he replies, slowly passing his withered old hands around the sphere. Be not alarmed by my knowledge, for I wish only to aid you. He produces a small scroll of parchment from within his robe, and he hands it to you. Upon the scroll is written the following verse. When the full moon shines o'er the temple deep, a sacrifice will stir from sleep. The legions of a long forgotten lord. When a fair royal maiden on the altar dies, the dead of the Mackinac shall rise to claim their long-awaited reward. Ha!
That was beautiful.
He has the voice of an angel.
By God, he's got it!
You ask the meaning of the strange verse, but the old man does not answer you. He seems to have fallen into a deep trance. You lean across the cluttered table to awaken him, and are shocked to see your hand pass straight through his body. Gradually, his image begins to fade. Within seconds, he has disappeared completely. You place the scroll in your pocket, mark it as a special item in the action chart, which we've done right there.
Are we able to read it at any time, or...?
No, it's just called scroll.
Oh, okay.
Mark it as a special item. You quickly leave the hut, pausing only to wipe the cold sweat from your brow.
You have ridden less than 5 miles when you see a group of wagons on the highway ahead. They are painted in a gaudy mix of bright colors and drawn by a team of oxen. A huge tasseled banner flies above the leading wagon, which bears the following proclamation. The famous Asagir players, troubadours of the imperial courts of Magnamund. If you wish to stop to question these traveling minstrels, turn to that page. If you wish to ignore them, go there.
I say we check him out. Oh my god, look at that guy's face! What the hell is this?
Oh my god. That's the scariest.
That's a mummy?
That's the scariest O-face I've ever seen.
What the hell are these drawings? Alright, we got to quiz it. We have to question what the hell these people are doing. No, I don't want to see his face.
I just want to question that one guy, what he's doing.
You signal the driver to stop. The wagons halt and a small, moon-faced man in a bright pink tunic throws open the rear door of the leading carriage. He shouts and curses the driver as he descends the ladder, pausing only to adjust the cummerbund that barely covers his huge stomach. Seeing your men, he lets out a strangled shriek and fumbles for a short sword hanging at his side. Bandits! Robbers! He cries, and wrestles to free his sword from its ornate scabbard. A row of anxious faces appear in the wagon windows, but the expression soon changes to a smile when they recognize your Sommerlund uniforms. Calm yourself, Yesu, shouts it. Calm yourself, Yesu, shouts an elderly woman. They are Sommerlund Rangers. They will not steal your gold. Laughter ripples along the carriages as the little fat man suddenly unsheathes his sword with such force that he spins around and tumbles to the ground. Let's take a look at that.
Wait a minute. He fell down trying to pull his sword out?
Yes.
How?
Oh, hang on. Look at his money. He's spinning all over. Let's get his gold crowns.
Yep, let's do it.
It's actually on his foot. His shoe fell off. He's wearing these little curl shoes.
But my monastery needs this donation.
We graciously accept your donation. You must forgive Yesu, says the old woman. He means you no harm. Raiders Road has made him a nervous wreck. You question the old woman, asking her where they have come from and their destination. You learn that they are a troop of players and have journeyed many miles from their native land of Cloasia in the east. They have last played for the people of Eshnar, but it was a disappointing show. It seems the town was as quiet as the grave. Those who did come to see them were a sad and sorry crowd. They are now bound for Holmgard, and hopefully a more appreciative audience.
Light is fading, remarked the old woman. Perhaps you and your men will camp with us tonight. We would deem it an honor, and would be happy to entertain you with songs and dancing.
You notice a hopeful look in the eyes of your men as they await your decision. If you wish to set up camp with the troubadours, 182. If you decide to press on to Ruanon, turn to 247. Well,
I don't know.
we might as well check them out.
They seem like a wacky bunch. Yeah.
They'll give us a free meal as well. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Oh, the wagons are drawn to a circle and you set up camp inside. A ranger is posted to patrol the perimeter. The troubadours construct a small stage into which strides Yesu. He calls for silence before announcing the title of their play, The Brave Warriors of Sommerlund. A choice that meets with the hearty approval of your men. During the performance, you notice something very odd. Not only is one of the actors using a real sword, but it's a type of sword only issued to the officers of the Sommerlund cavalry. After the play, you approach the man, question him about the sword. He looks at you nervously and makes a dash for the darkness of the perimeter wagons. If you wish to give chase and have the kind discipline of tracking or hunting, why couldn't it just be tracking? I don't think we've used tracking yet.
Well, we can choose to use tracking.
Yeah, let's just say we use tracking.
All right, we will use the tracking. So we could also not give chase as well, but let's chase him down. Although the wagons are shrouded in darkness, your Kai sense reveals to you the actor's hiding place. You climb the ladder at the rear of the large caravan, push open the door with your weapon, and enter.
In the plush candlelit interior of the caravan, you find the actor cowering beneath the blanket in the far corner. You flick the blanket aside and ask the petrified man to explain how he became to possess such a fine sword. I bought it in Ishnar, he stammers, his eyes wide with fear. From the innkeeper of the Pick and Shovel Tavern. He grasps the sword by the blade and offers it to you. If it's your sword, I unwittingly bought it. I'm truly sorry. Here, please, take it. You grip the brass hilt and examine it closely. There is no doubt. It is a Sommerlund cavalry sword. But the inscription on the blade makes your heart miss a beat. Captain Ramir Duval, King's Guard Regiment. If you wish to keep the sword, mark it on your action chart as a weapon. Turn to that page. I kind of want to say we should keep the sword, but we can't hold any more weapons, can we?
I mean, we could drop a dagger. It's not going to hurt us too badly.
No, we have the combat skill with daggers.
How much would we lose? We'd lose 2 combat skill if we drop the dagger. But this sword...
Screw the guy's sword.
It belongs to Duval, the King's Guard Regiment.
I guess we are hunting him. It better be like his sword. It better say like Duval's sword and not just regular sword.
Well, remember, we got the chainmail waistcoat earlier, so that's given us a +2 combat skill, so that'll offset the loss of the dagger. So it's not like we're losing a whole bunch of skill. But we can't reclaim this dagger. I'm going to drop it now.
Okay.
And we're going to take this sword. Captain Duval's sword.
Okay, good. It is. Whew, it better come in handy.
So it's not just a regular sword. It says to also mark it down as a special weapon that belongs to Captain Duval. It may be useful later.
Okay, good. Okay. Maybe we could give it to him later and get a better dagger.
That's what I'm hoping. Like, he's going to give us some kind of reward.
You return to the Troubadour's stage in time for a meal that has been prepared by your hosts. The steaming broth smells most appetizing. If you wish to accept the meal, go there. If you decline the food, you must now eat a meal from your backpack or lose 3. We can't go hunting. We don't even have a choice.
I'm pretty sure if we eat the
meal.
Yeah, if I'm pretty sure if we press eat, it's going to give us an option to use hunting. But I want to eat their meal.
Yeah, let's eat their meal. They're being nice to us.
The food is delicious. You eat your fill and then make preparations for a good night's sleep. At dawn, you and your company bid farewell to the traveling players and continue on your mission to Ruanon. Pick a number. Number 9.
Hold on. I accidentally shrunk Discord. Didn't mean to. Mile after mile, you ride across the flat and desolate landscape surrounding the Ruanon Pike. Yet, in spite of the uninspiring view, your men seem in fine spirits. They sing rousing marching songs to relieve the tedium of the journey and help to allay fears of what may lie ahead. During the afternoon, storm clouds gather above the peaks of the Duncrag Mountains to the west, and the roll of distant thunder warns of imminent rain. It is late afternoon when your scouts sight a coaching tavern on the highway ahead. It is a large stone building that has been fortified. If you wish to stop at the tavern, go there. If you wish to brave a possible storm and continue the ride south, go there.
It also mentions we've entered the wildlands south of the Pass of Moitura. You cannot use hunting to fulfill a meal requirement in this desolate area. So just as a quick check, I want to look at the special item of the map. Map of the Southlands. Use it.
Okay.
So we're going across the wildlands right now, so this desolate area is where we're passing through. The Pass of Moitura. We're somewhere around here.
Okay.
Just for reference. And so this big tavern, can't really zoom in that much. Well, we got loads of money. We haven't spent anything, so let's buy a drink at the very least.
Yeah, I say let's stay at the tavern. I mean, we don't want to brave a storm. We got a bunch of men with us. We gotta relax, keep our spirits high.
The sound of a tolling bell drifts across the barren landscape. Window shutters slam down, but eyes still peer at you from the arrow slits carved into the walls. You draw your company to a halt outside the wide tavern doors. "We are Sommerlund. We seek shelter for the night and fodder for our mounts," you shout. There's a long pause before a voice answers your call. Pick a number to discover the nature of the reply.
I like to just imagine they're rolling a dice inside and be like,
how are we going to treat this guy?
Is this a yes or a no?
It's like they're shaking a magic 8-ball. Should we let him in? All signs point to yes.
Go away! Shouts a nervous voice. We're a tavern, not a barracks! Shouts another. You try to reason with them, but they are adamant. They will not let you enter. You have no choice but to continue along the highway. I guess we got the what? Ask again later.
Yeah.
Or what's another option? That's no. I forget.
Outlook is not good or something like that.
Oh yeah, they probably got that one, and that's why they got scared.
Okay, you have not ridden far when a storm cloud breaks directly overhead and torrential rain crashes down. Within minutes, the dry and dusty highway is transformed into a quagmire. Ooh, giggity giggity, giggity giggity.
Giggity, 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 let's have sex.
It will be impossible to set up camp in this storm, so you resolve to continue to ride all night in the hope that the storm will soon pass. During your night ride, you must eat a meal or lose their endurance. So we shall eat a special ration. By morning, the rain has ceased, but you and your men are now very tired from the ordeal.
You are about to order your men to make camp when a scout gallops towards you from the east. He points to a line of horsemen on the horizon. Bandits! He cries. You estimate that there are at least 200 of them, and they are riding in your direction. If you had the Kai rank of warmen, turn to that page. Oh, we could just kick all their asses.
Good thing we're not a journeyman, because we wouldn't be able to press this.
Oh!
No, we could press it. It says you possess 8 Kai disciplines. The flat wildlands offer no cover in which to hide from the bandit horde. You know that if you are to avoid combat with an enemy which vastly outnumbers you, only by 1 to 4, you must split up your company and try to outrun them. You detach a troop of 10 rangers to follow you, and send the remainder off towards the west in the hope that they may lure the bandits away to the Duncrag Mountains. With one last glance at the enemy, you lead your 10 rangers on a deadly race along the Ruanon Pike.
Your tactics have worked. The bandits ignore your small group of horsemen and pursue the others towards the west. Once they reach the wooded foothills of the Duncrag Mountains, your rangers will have no difficulty evading the enemy along the densely packed firs. When the bandits have disappeared from view, you call a halt and allow your men to rest. In spite of the number of men you have lost, they are still eager to continue the mission. Pick a number. Another low one.
You've been riding for over 4 hours when you see a flock of birds. They are black and very large and are swooping around the brow of a distant ridge. If you have Kai discipline of animal kinship, oh yeah, that's what I picked. If you want to investigate the ridge, and if you'd rather ignore the birds, well, hopefully this will tell us what their intentions are.
You identify the birds as carrion crows, a despicable breed of wildwood scavengers. Whenever a creature lies dead in the wastelands, you can be sure to find a host of these loathsome predators. If you decide to take a closer look at what they are eating, turn to that page. If you would rather ignore them and continue your ride, go to that. I think we have to investigate because, we're looking for people and dead bodies, so maybe this is where Duval died.
Good call. Hopefully he's not dead though. We want to find him alive.
Yeah,
as you reach the top of the ridge,
sword.
As you reach the top of the ridge, a gruesome sight meets you. The bodies of men and horses lie scattered along the shallow valley beyond, and their bones picked clean by the scavenging crows. You hear the gasp of horror as your men recognize the armor and tattered white uniforms of these skeletons, for they were once your countrymen, some lending guards of the king's cavalry. They must have died in battle, for the corpses of bandit warriors lie entwined among them. 40 brave soldiers, nearly half of the squadron that left Holmgard 1 month ago, now lie before you, and it is with a heavy heart that your men set about the grisly task of burial. As you ride away from this valley of death, you are comforted only by the knowledge that Captain Duval was not among those you buried. Ugh, what a mess.
Yeah. After many hours of riding, you reach a highway junction. A large signpost indicates 2 destinations. South to Ruanon, 60 miles, and east to Eshnar, 40 miles. If you wish to continue south, go there. If you wish to go east, go there.
And we're also allowed to use hunting at this point because we're out in the wildlands. So, Eshnar is this place here, and Ruanon is this place here.
I'd say let's just continue south. We're on a mission. I mean, we could go east, but why?
It is almost dark when you reach the edge of the densely forested valley. You can just make out the highway disappearing into the trees ahead, and catch sight of a signpost pointing towards the south. You are now only 40 miles from Ruanon, but your men are tired and in need of food and rest. If you wish to set up camp at the edge of the forest, turn 74. If you wish to send some men into the valley to scout for bandits, 139. If you decide to go without food and sleep and press on to Ruanon as quickly as possible, 251.
Let's let the men rest. We need them strong and capable.
So, do you want to send some to scout or just have them all rest?
Honestly, I want both.
Alright, well...
Why can't we send some to scout and the rest to just, camp?
Yeah, well, some men, not all of them.
Okay.
Let's see that.
Yeah. You send 3 of your men into the valley with orders to scout the highway. It is forested borders for bandits. Before the scouts leave, you remind them to report back within 2 hours. You are hungry and must now eat a meal.
So let's use our discipline.
Yay, let's eat a rabbit or a deer or something. Something yummy. I hear rabbit tastes great.
Yeah, certainly is. Well, I mean, actually, you don't get much meat from it. In fact, it might even be bad to eat it on its own.
Probably. I don't know. In spite of their fatigue, your men are now alert and ready for action. It has been over 3 hours since your scouts departed, and not one of them has yet returned. If you wish to send 3 more scouts into a wooded valley, turn to that page. If you wish to wait until dawn before you investigate their disappearance, turn to that page. If you decide it's far too dangerous to stay here, you can still ride east towards the town of... Dave really wants to go east. Towards the town of Eshnar.
What the hell happened to our men? I don't want to send more of them. I want to investigate myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Why can't we just take ourselves in a few men and just go and investigate? But
the closest option is to wait until dawn. Because if we send more, they're just going to get eaten by whatever the hell ate the others.
Yeah, I say let's wait until dawn. Maybe they'll come back.
At first light, you prepare to enter the valley. The highway is enshrouded by mist, and soon on both sides the Ruanon forest closes in. A tangle of pale grey tree trunks of every shape and size crowd thickly around you. After a few minutes' ride, you find the wreck of a burnt-out wagon abandoned at the side of the road. Behind it, the track disappears eastwards into the hills. If you want to search the wrecked wagon, 38. If you ignore the wagon and press on the highway. If you wish to investigate the track that leads up into the hills.
Ooh.
I'm going to save at this point.
Okay, I want to loot the wagon,
Yeah.
and I want to track the foot,
Oh, we can track afterwards. Wagon then
Okay.
track.
No cargo remains inside the charred shell of the wagon. The wood is black, and the metal fittings have buckled and blistered in the heat. However, in spite of the damage, you find enough proof from the ashes to confirm your suspicions. This is the wreck of a Sommerlund cavalry wagon. Yeah. One of the 3 that left for Ruanon with Captain Duvall's troops over a month ago. As you stand in the wagon, brushing the ash from your hands, one of your men suddenly cries out in pain. You glance up to see him fall from his horse. A disc of sharp steel embedded in his chest. Ambush! Take cover! Oh, this is us saying, ambush! Take cover!
Your voice shortchanged.
Yep. You shout as more of the deadly discs whistle out of the trees to claim their victims. Frightened horses gallop in all directions. Your men desperately clinging to the reins. The hidden attackers vanish as quickly as they came, but not before 3 of your men are left dead upon the highway. After burying your dead, you must decide on the best course of action. For now, only 4 men remain at your side, and the hidden enemy may return at any time to finish your evil handiwork. We had 50 guys! How are we down to 4?
Shit. Alright. What do you reckon we should do? So we have the main path and that pathway, the highway. The eastern track.
I kind of want to say continue along the highway.
Sure.
What do you say? Yeah, I feel like we've gone this far. I don't really want to go back. This book really wants us to go to Eshnar, though.
So is it this one you want then? Along the highway? Let's do it.
Yes.
It is noon before you are forced to call a halt. You have reached the edge of a ridge where the highway begins a long descent towards a wide wooden bridge. This is the Ruanon Bridge. You recognize its stout black timbers and the dark waters of the River Zane that flow beneath. On the far side of the bridge lie the fire-blackened ruins of an inn and the unmistakable silhouette of bandit horsemen. At the entrance to the bridge is a white signpost pointing across the bridge to the south. Ruanon 12 miles. You know it would be suicidal to attempt to cross the bridge. The bandit horsemen each carry a heavy crossbow slung from their saddle. If you wish to try to cross the river further upstream to the west, 113. If you wish to try to cross the river downstream to the east, 252. I'm sure there's a map that shows us what it's talking about.
Okay.
So we're trying to cross the river. What river?
Where's Ruanon?
We're headed towards this Ruanon.
Okay.
Oh, it must be this.
Oh,
it
yeah, it must be that. Yeah, you're right.
So we either cross over here, towards the west, or towards the east. The east is inside of the 2 mountains, and if we go a bit west, there's a bit of space before the mountains where we could cross, perhaps. On this side is the swamp. On this side is towards the ocean.
I say let's go west then, but then again, I've said west every single time it says go east or west. You enter the forest and descend the wooded hillside towards the River Zane. You have gone only a few yards when the trees become far too dense for you to be able to continue on horseback. Reluctantly, you signal your men to dismount and continue on foot. We are just getting mired down real quick, aren't we?
Yeah.
You soon reach the river and follow the foam-flecked water upstream. The climb takes you through a maze of wide rock terraces, worn smooth by the force of the river. Then, At a point where the torrent is fed by many smaller streams, you catch sight of 6 bandits stabbing at the water with their spears as it thunders along the smooth-hewn channels. On the far bank, you can see a pile of gray fish standing next to a horse-drawn wagon, which you recognize as a Sommerlund cavalry wagon. If you have reached a high rank of warman, go this rank. Go here. If you're yet to reach this level, go there. If you would rather try to sneak across the river under the cover of many large boulders and divert the water course, go there. If you'd rather avoid crossing here and head back the way you have come, turn there. Well, we only have one option, and we're badass, so let's be badass.
This will probably tell us the right choice. You sense that the wagon is full of sleeping bandits. Should they awake before you cross the river undetected, or before you silence all 6 of the bandits who are fishing, you and your men will be hard-pressed to avoid death or capture. You decide that the risks are too great to attempt crossing here, and signal to your men to follow you eastwards. Alright, now we're forced to go back east.
Yeah, we have been pushed east. It's suggested east so many times this book. You follow the river back towards the Ruanon bridge, taking care to stay hidden from the bandit horsemen, who now stand guard on the bridge itself. A few hundred yards beyond, you find a narrow track leading to a ramshackle boathouse. If it contains a boat, you should be able to cross the river quite easily. If you wish to investigate the boathouse, go there. If you wish to continue downstream and look for other ways to cross the river, go there. See if there's a boat. Yeah.
One sharp blow with the edge of your hand is all that's needed to smash the lock on the boathouse door. You fucking karate chop that thing open? Your curiosity is soon rewarded by the sight of an upturned rowing boat resting upon a pair of wooden trestles. A pail of pitch stands beneath it. From the layer of dust covering the surface of the boat, you judge that it stood undisturbed for several months. If you wish to launch the rowing boat, 180. If you wish to search the boathouse for other useful items, oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's loot.
Okay.
A thorough search uncovers the following items: a pickaxe, a shovel, an axe, a torch, a tinderbox, and an hourglass. An hourglass? If you wish to keep any of these items, remember to mark them on your action chart. The pickaxe and shovel each occupy the same amount of space in your backpack as 2 normal items. After satisfying yourself... Sorry. I just wanted to read that part. What do you think?
Well, pickaxe and shovel are good for mining something. Maybe we can get some gems along the way.
We are going into the mines. You're right.
What do you reckon? Pickaxe or shovel?
Pickaxe.
Alright, we've got ourselves a pickaxe. And then the hourglass. We can't grab that. Torch and tinderbox, they can help us light up a dark thing, because, you know, we're going into a mine. But I think... Remember the last book? We got the, where is it? The fire sphere. That's basically a torch.
Yeah, you're right. We got a magic torch.
Yeah. I'm sure some of these are red herrings as well, but we'll keep the pickaxe for now. We'll get rid of it if something better comes along.
Okay. After satisfying yourself. Giggle.
Oh, yeah. On the far side of the boathouse, a narrow slipway descends to a door at the river level. One of your men hurries over and raises the stout drawbar while the others carry the rowing boat down the ramp. You push off and clamber aboard, emerging from the boathouse with such a jolt that you are thrown forward in a heap. By the time you have disentangled yourselves, the boat is firmly in the grip of the river current. You grab an oar and fight to keep the boat in the centre of rushing water as it speeds on its course through the foothills of the Macken Range. But no sooner has the boat been brought under control than you are confronted by an unexpected hazard. Ahead of you, the river suddenly disappears into the rock face beneath the massive granite ledge. It is too late to avoid being swept into the inky black cavern, and as you glide into the darkness, you prepare yourself for any hidden dangers that may lurk inside.
Time to bust out that fire sphere. The ceiling of the cavern is so low that you are forced to all press yourselves against the bottom of the boat. Wow. To avoid head injuries. For nearly an hour, the boat is swept through a maze of underground waterways before coming to a sudden halt. You are grounded upon a bank of a shingle. You are in a section of the tunnel that is much higher than any you have previously traveled. Oh, yeah. To the south, the river continues into the rock face. But to the east, you notice another shingle bank and a land tunnel beyond. If you wish to row across to the other bank and abandon the boat and continue on foot, go there. If you wish to continue by river, go there.
Alright, so a big note to make here. Section 309 assumes that your men are all missing or dead. This represents a serious flaw in the story flow, since you are still accompanied by some of your men. You may choose to turn to Section 8 instead, which is geographically flawed correction, but does continue the story with your current company.
So what do we do then? Do we go to Section 8? Or...
So, if we want to keep canonical what's happening, because we've got our men with us. We've got some. If we go to 309, it assumes that we've lost all of our men at that section. So either we do 115 or 8. So we either continue by the river, or we do... we go somewhere where it makes more sense where we have our company with us, but it doesn't quite make sense where we are.
Yeah, I kind of want to say do Section 8, just to see. Yeah.
I think we should save here. It seems like an important thing.
Yeah.
Your men.
Oh, is it my turn or yours?
I can't remember.
You go.
Yeah, fine. Your men secure the boat to a rusty iron ring before following you up the stone steps towards the archway. As you reach a narrow ledge at the top of the granite staircase, you hear a strange sound drifting from the darkness ahead, like the hissing of a jet of steam. It lasts for a few seconds before the crack of a whip and the voice of a man cursing bring it to an abrupt halt. If you wish to enter the tunnel, 151. If you decide not to enter the tunnel, you can return to rowing the boat and continue along the underground river. Then we should enter the tunnel.
Yeah, let's enter the tunnel. I mean, maybe he's like a slave driver and we're gonna like save a bunch of slaves and get a men back. Or get a group of men back.
Yeah.
The floor of the tunnel is covered with decaying remains of rodents. The sound of cracking bones make you wince with disgust as you and your men step gingerly through the foul-smelling debris. You reach a section where the tunnel curves abruptly to the east, revealing the reflections of torchlight on the rough stone walls. A quick check ahead confirms your suspicions. 2 armor-clad warriors stand guard at a well sunk into a torchlit chamber. If you wish to signal your men to attack the guards, go there. If you wish to try to lure them into a tunnel and capture them alive, go there. I think we're good boys. We're monks, right? So we want to capture them alive.
Okie doke. You toss a rock along the tunnel to attract the guards' attention. It works. Within seconds, you can hear footsteps approaching. You attack. The guards barely have time to gasp, and your men leap out the darkness and overpower them. Once disarmed, their hands are tied and they are herded back into the well chamber. If you wish to search them, 268. If you wish to question them, 76. If you wish to leave them, what the hell would we leave them when we went through all this trouble? I'm searching their asses.
Or at least question them on top of it.
Yep.
Ooh, they got keys.
So we got 4 gold crowns.
We're taking your lunch money.
Spear and broadsword we can't get. Iron key. You have to discard shit. Pickaxe can go.
You want the keys over the pickaxe?
Yeah. I mean,
okay. I'm down. I mean, maybe we'll find a chest or something. Or 2 chests.
Taking the iron key and the brass key and some potion. Oh, the potion is lamp spur. Well, we've got plenty of potions. We're fine.
Yeah.
Man, we got too many actually. We should actually use some. We get into some combat at some point.
Yeah, we got to remember to pop that one potion before like a big fight, though.
I'm gonna save here, by the way.
Okay.
I just have a feeling. Okay, so we recognize the liquid to be lamp spore. Follow the combat. Oh yeah. So set into the north wall of the well chamber is a large iron door. Next to the door, a stone archway leads to a spiral staircase. If you wish to examine the iron door, 118, ascend the spiral stairs, descend the spiral stairs.
I say examine the iron door. Maybe it wants an iron key? The iron door is locked, but there is a lock plate with a keyhole and a large handle upon which hangs a whip. If you decide to take the whip, remember to mark it on your action chart as a backpack item.
I do want the whip.
You want the whip?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Just we could either like burn a potion, or we could use the combat potion.
Keep the combat potion. We're gonna need that shit.
You want to keep the combat potion? Okay.
Drop in this.
All right then. Yeah. Let's just drink a random potion then. If you possess an iron key, you may open a door. Hey, iron key useful. Oh my God, that picture!
You turn the key and push open the iron door. Immediately, a loud hissing fills your ears like steam escaping from a geyser. A cat-like creature leaps at you from out the darkness, knocking you to the ground. Its eyes glowing with a green fire and its fetid breath scorching your face. It is an Elix. As you struggle to free yourself from its powerful fanged jaws, more of these creatures bound through the open door and attack your men. You cannot evade combat and you must fight this beast to the death. Oh shit. Well,
that's the scariest looking cat I've ever seen.
Guess we're doing our first fight. Use up some of them potions.
Oh my God, all these bonuses!
Oh, fucking hell, man. We gotta do something to pick our luck better.
Yeah.
There we go. That should be a kill. Boom.
Yeah.
You win the combat. Alright. Then we should... So that was a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
We should drop the iron key.
Oh, okay. As you crawl from under the body of the Elix, you see the desperate struggle still raging in the chamber. 2 of your men lie dead, their throats torn out by the ferocious beast. Another is pinned beneath an Elix, his sword thrust into its side. The other ranger has reached the stairs and is desperately hacking at the head and neck of an Elix whose teeth are sunk into his foot. There is no sign of the guards. They have been knocked backwards into the well and have fallen to a watery doom. If you wish to help the ranger, who is pinned to the floor, go there. If you wish to help the ranger who is fighting at the bottom of the stairs, go there. Well, I'm going to say the ranger who is fighting at the bottom of the stairs because that one's actually still alive. The other one has...
But don't you want to save the one that's in danger? If the other guy's already in a good position...
Yeah, the guy with the sword that's pinned to the floor his sword is thrust into the Elix. So it's pretty much already dead, right?
Oh, right, yeah, I didn't get that. So he's pinned beneath it, but his sword is thrust into its side. So it might be dead. Okay, let's fight the guy. Let's help the guy upstairs.
Yeah.
2 well-aimed blows are enough to dispatch the hissing Elix. The ranger has collapsed and is nearly unconscious through loss of blood. His right foot is almost severed at the ankle. You know that he has only a few minutes to live, and nothing that you can do to help him. Your other man is now beyond all help. If you wish to escape the chamber by ascending the stairs, or by descending the stairs, ignore the last sentence of the paragraph if you turn here from section 178. Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess we go up? I mean, I don't know. For over 5 minutes, you climbed a spiral staircase before reaching the next level, where a mine tunnel leads off towards the south. You have covered less than 100 yards of the dank passage when you discover a lever.
Alright guys, so at this point, we've reached nearly the hour mark, so it's almost been an hour. We're going to end the episode, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and next time, we're going to continue along these stairs inside of the chasm.
Check out my channel if you haven't checked it out yet.
Yes,
I could
please.
use the love.
Please check out Karzie. He's playing some Walking Dead and some other stuff as well. Take care.
Right now, Left 4 Dead 2. And yeah, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.